I was just on live with my text community. I don't know if any of you are in my text hub, my healthy hair hub. We have Zooms once a week so that you guys can ask me questions, and I can see your hair and stuff. So if you're not in that community and you want to join, definitely text me to join. And the link is in my bio. Like check out my link tree and you'll see the number to text me. Right? Flaw says, how long is safe to go without retwist? It really depends on your own hair texture. For me, I can go up to like 2 months, but a lot of people, that's nothing, right? Some people can go without retwisting at all, period. A lot of people free form. A lot of people just separate their hair and don't twist it at all. It all depends on your preference and what your hair can take. My hair is fine in texture, so it'll start to break if I don't twist it regularly. But the opposite is the case for a lot of people. A lot of people, their hair will break if they retwist it as often as I retwist mine. I retwist mine once to twice a month, and that is a lot for a lot of people. So you have to really see what works for you. If you're experiencing breakage and you're wondering, oh, maybe I should retwist less often, give it a try and see if that works for you. If you see that your hair is breaking even more, then maybe you need to retwist more often instead. So definitely it takes some experimentation. It takes some trial and error for you to really figure out what's the best or how often you should really retwist your own hair. And there's no simple answer to that. Cheryl says, how do you stop the thinning at the root of your hair? Well, it depends on what's the cause of the thinning at the root of your hair. Thinning at the root could be caused by so many different things. It could be caused by you not retwisting your hair often enough. It can be caused by you retwisting your hair too often. It can be caused from medications you're on. It could be caused from malnourishment, lack of hydration. You have to really figure out what is causing it for you. Are you stressed? So thinning could be caused by so many things. You got to figure out what's the cause for you. Are you stressed? Stress is often a cause of thinning at the root. But what I find though, the most for most people, or I don't know if I should say most, but people who reach out to me, I find that people are not retwisting their hair often enough because they're listening to what everyone says. Everyone says that they should only be retwisting their hair every couple of months, semi-freeform, that's the best way to thicken up your roots. But I don't necessarily believe in that because there's so many of us have fine hair textures. So many of us have fine hair. And when we have fine hair, we need to retwist our hair more often because our hair is fine. It's I don't want to say weaker, but essentially it is a bit weaker and it needs the structure of the retwist to stay in place and to stay strong. While when it's loose and free, it's more vulnerable. So you really have to figure out what is the cause. Cheryl says, what do you have for thinning though? So honestly, all of my oils are really good for thinning. If the horsetail leaf growth oil is probably the fan favorite, I should say it's the best seller, not the fan favorite. The horsetail leaf growth oil is the best seller. Horsetail, if you're not familiar with horsetail is an herb. It's one of the most abundant herbs on the planet in silica. And silica is what is going to strengthen your hair. You may be familiar with silica for your skin, what helps your skin produce collagen and things like that. That's what silica does for our hair as well. It strengthens our hair. So definitely check out the horsetail leaf growth oil. All of my oils have horsetail in it though. So the emu oil growth drops is more for spot treatment, although it is good for all over the scalp. If you have like tension caused pain or like soreness from your hairstyles, it's really good for soothing that because it's anti-inflammatory. It also it's really good for your hairline and like spots, like spot treatment. And the urban lime oil, this is our last oil. It is it's our seasonal oil. It's actually about to be unavailable after Sunday. After Sunday, it's it's a wrap for this one because it's going on hiatus as it's a seasonal oil and the season is about to change. All right. So they all have horsetail, so they're all really good for strength. Floss in Boston says, yeah, because the scalpy look ain't it for real. I mean, that's your own opinion. I like to have a fresh retwist. I like looking sleek, but to each their own. Going on 3 months, no retwist. Is your hair thriving like that? If your hair is thriving, then hey, more power to you. But if you find that your hair is starting to break and things like that, then you might want to retwist a little bit more frequently. But just pay attention to your hair, because there's like no like solid rules. I mean, the only solid rule that I have is to wash your hair. Keep up your hygiene, please. And your hair needs to be moisturized. Moisturize your hair. So like clean your hair, moisturize your hair, you know. But as far as like each individual needs to tailor their journey or tailor their routine according to their own hair journey, according to their own needs. Amina says, yes, hair and makeup. Thank you. I do have a help of a filter because I'm very tired. I was doing a lot today. Doing a lot of talking. Thank you, Devon. I appreciate it. Pretty Teeth Tammy says, how often do you wash your locks? I wash my locks, well, with it being summertime still, it's still summer until September 21st, right? So I'm still claiming summer. But in the summertime, I tend to wash it a little bit more frequently. I'll wash it like 2 to 3 times a month. But in general, I usually just wash it twice a month. And I'll retwist usually. I mean, these days I'll retwist it once out of those washes. So I'll go with one wash without the retwist, but then the other wash for the month, I'll retwist it. But just honestly though, like throughout my whole lock journey, like for the most of my lock journey, I've been wash and retwist like clockwork for every 2 weeks, wash and retwist. Every 2 weeks, wash and retwist. And I believe that's why my locks are so uniform to this day. Because they're trained like that now. But yeah, now I'm not so tedious. I'm a lot more lax now. Floss says, you retwist your own hair. I do about 99% of the time. I do. The only time when I don't do it myself is if I'm modeling. So this braid set I did not do. I was modeling for Kafele. You may have seen, I posted on my page where I had my hair in those pinwheels where they were like this. And it was like this, like pinned like all over, not pinned, it was rubber banded all up and through my head. And I took them down. That's why my ends are a little curly right now. And yeah, so yeah, I model for him a lot, or every now and then I model for him. So that's pretty much the only other time that I don't do my own hair. Strong Tibet says, is washing your locks every 2 weeks too much? Well, I did just say that I wash my hair every 2 weeks, and I've been doing that for 14 years. So no. No, you wash your hair as needed. So if you're constantly sweating, if you're like in an environment where your hair is getting dirty, it all really depends on what your hair can take. Also depends on the products you're using. You know, I would go back and forth between clarifying shampoos and moisturizing shampoos. I wouldn't use harsh shampoos all the time. A lot of people like to wash their hair with Dr. Bronner's. If you wash your hair every 2 weeks, then I definitely don't recommend using Dr. Bronner's every 2 weeks, because that is pretty harsh. That can be too much. I would want to implement a moisturizing shampoo somewhere in there. I like, and I'm not very much a stickler, at least not yet, because I haven't been able to find like a favorite moisturizing shampoo. I do use my own shampoo for my clarifying, the Lock Detox shampoo. I use this once a month. It's a gentle clarifying shampoo. I mean, it's a gentle detox, so it's safe to use once a month. So I do that when it comes to clarifying. But when it comes to moisturizing, I like Pantene. You know, I like Pantene. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question. Thank you, Nikki Blue. So for those of you just joining, I'm on here. I am chatting it up about locks. So if you have any questions, it's a great time to ask my opinion and my advice, my recommendations. And for those of you who are interested, you should know that it is Labor Day weekend. So we do have offers for you at KeishaCharmaine.com. Definitely check the link in my bio. Check out our shop and see the sales. We have the spend $25, get $100 in coupons. And we also have the 35% off of orders of $100 or more. So definitely head over to KeishaCharmaine.com. The link in my bio. Cheryl says, I'm sorry I missed the shampoo you use. Though this is on my shop, this is my shampoo. This is the Lock Detox Clarifying Shampoo, which is safe enough to use once a month, as it is a gentle detox. So it helps get rid of product buildup, as it is a gentle detox. What was the other question? Oh, I also said that I like to use Pantene like for moisturizing shampoos. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Strong to Vet. Nikki Blue says, what helps with flaky scalp? Honestly, in my experience, the best thing that helps with flaky scalp is clean up your diet. Truly. Sugar and carbs, that's the main thing that leads to a flaky scalp. That's one. But two, I do recommend moisturizing your scalp regularly. And when I say moisturizing your scalp, I do mean using a water-based product. Moisturize, right? And then following up with an oil if necessary. But if you are neglecting the water part, the oils, you're just gonna be putting oil on top of your skin, and you're not gonna really take it in. It's like oil is a sealant. Oil seals in moisture, right? So what is moisture? Moisture comes from water for our hair, right? So you want to put the water first and then put the oil second. So I recommend the Rose Water Moisturizer, which is also on my shop. I like to massage my scalp with that. I was actually doing that on live this morning. On here, I was massaging my scalp with just that alone. No. I did seal in with the Urban Lime oil afterwards, actually. But I don't always have to do that. I can be good with the rose water on its own. Devon says, what parting system do you have? I have bricks. And I love my parts. I don't know how how good of a look I just gave you, but that just made me a little dizzy. I do have a slight headache. I'm going to get off of here soon. Thank you, Cheryl. No code needed on the discounts. No code needed. The discounts are automatic. Nikki Blue. You're welcome, and I appreciate you too. I'm drinking watermelon. I like cut up a watermelon and blended it up, and I'm drinking it. It's like a watermelon smoothie, but there's nothing else in there but watermelon. It's like, oh, I guess you could say watermelon juice, but I didn't strain it. All right, I'm really tired, man. But I have to go live on YouTube before I call it a night. So if there are any more questions, you guys can head over to my YouTube channel. Same name, Keisha Charmaine. And I'll be live over there for hopefully like 20 minutes. And then I can go in the shower. Oh, my head is hurting, boy. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Stay safe.